Feelings are the core trigger for manifestation, the secret to manifesting anything you desire. Emma, a young artist, for several years longed to showcase her paintings in a prestigious gallery. She always wished that someday she will see her artwork resonating with crowds, evoking emotions and sparking conversations. After listening to a few of our videos on manifestation, Emma decided to go beyond just wishing to creating her desires through practicing the manifestation method suggested. Emma began to vividly imagine her paintings on display, people admiring them and receiving accolades. She pictured the gallery's atmosphere, the lighting and the sounds, bringing this visualizing to life by involving her feelings. As she imagined, Emma focused on the feelings of pride, joy, and fulfillment. She felt the excitement of meeting potential buyers, the satisfaction of creating something meaningful, and the gratitude of sharing her art. Suddenly, manifestation unfolds. Days turned into weeks, and Emma's passion project gained momentum. She received an email from the gallery, inviting her to showcase her work. The exhibition was a success, with art lovers connecting with her pieces. She literally gleamed with joy. Emma realized that her imagination and feelings had brought her vision to life. The emotions she cultivated during her imaginative exercises had triggered the manifestation of her dream. Have you ever wondered how everything in our world came into existence? Every structure, every invention, every breakthrough, each of these began as a simple idea in someone's mind. Everything you see in the external world once existed solely in the realm of imagination. Nothing is created without first being conceived mentally. Think about it. Can you name a single thing in this world that came into existence without being imagined first? You can't. Even something as monumental as space travel, the journey to the moon, began as a dream, a vision, a mental picture that someone dared to believe in. Before astronauts ever touched the lunar surface, someone had to picture the spaceship, design its systems in their mind, and visualize the journey in detail. Imagination is the blueprint of reality. The moment you accept this truth, you unlock a profound power within yourself. There is a creative power within you. You might be here today seeking something practical, something that can shift your life in a real, tangible way. And that's exactly what you're going to learn. The key to creating the life you want lies in using your imagination intentionally. The first step? You must have a clear objective. It's not enough to say, I want something better. You have to define it. Ask yourself honestly, what do I truly want from life? And don't be ashamed of your answer. Clarity of desire is where creation begins. Once you know what you want, the next step is prayer. Not in the traditional religious sense, but in the deeper, more powerful sense. Prayer is the subjective appropriation of the objective, feeling the state of your wish fulfilled. This is the secret that most people overlook. Now, how do you imagine effectively? Let's make this simple. If right now you wanted to hold a baseball but there wasn't one in the room, could you still feel it? Yes, you can, through imagination. Close your eyes and assume that you're holding the baseball in your hand. Feel its texture, its weight. Is it different from a tennis ball? What about a golf ball? Each has a distinct feel. And the moment you can distinguish one from the other through your inner senses, you're tapping into your creative power. You can do the same with scents. Picture a rose. Breathe in deeply. Can you smell it? Now imagine an Easter lily. Notice how the scent changes. This isn't just fantasy. This is the training of the inner man, the deeper self, where all creation begins. The fact is that manifestation begins with your belief. Now, someone might ask, what's the point of all this inner play? The answer is simple. Imagination creates reality. Let's say you want to manifest wealth. Money, believe it or not, money has a distinct smell and feel. If you've ever held a $20 bill, you know the texture. A miser might even tell you that money is more fragrant than the finest perfume. If you can feel that sensation in your mind, you are engaging in the same creative act that builds nations and empires. Don't dismiss this power. Try it before you doubt it. Skepticism without experimentation is a dead end. The world may laugh at these ideas, just as they laughed at the first people who imagined flying in airplanes or diving deep in submarines. But reality always catches up to imagination. Here's the next key: act as if what you desire is already yours. This is called the law of assumption, and it's one of the most powerful principles for manifestation. The law of assumption demands that you walk as if what you desire were already true. Imagine a friend who's going through a tough time. Rather than praying for them from a place of worry, picture them as already healed, successful, or thriving. Hear them telling you good news. See them smiling. Congratulate them in your mind. This simple act is not just imagination, it's transformation. You're mediating divine power to them through your thoughts. And you don't have to tell them you're doing this. Just believe in the reality of your imagined scene. It might manifest tomorrow or next week or a month from now. It doesn't matter. It has an appointed hour and it will definitely come to pass. Next we will talk about one of the biggest ingredients in manifestation, which is feelings. What is the secret that makes all this manifestation principles work? Feeling is the secret. Feeling. It's not about just thinking. It's about catching the emotional state of your desired outcome. What would it feel like if you were already the person you want to become? Feel that now. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are setting creation in motion. That feeling becomes the seed that eventually blossoms into fact. This is not fantasy. It's the creative law of the universe. And yes, your senses might tell you otherwise. Your current reality might contradict your desire. But here's the truth: your senses can lie. Reasons will argue. Doubt will creep in. But you must turn away from the evidence of your senses and walk by faith in your assumption. That doubt you hear? That voice of logic telling you it won't happen? That's the real enemy. That's the voice of limitation, the Satan in spiritual terms. Don't fight it. Just ignore it and remain faithful to your inner vision. You will soon see that assumption solidifies into reality. It might feel silly at first, but if you persist, you'll begin to see results. An assumption, when held onto consistently, will harden into fact. That's how powerful your imagination is. So start the practice of assuming the best, not just for yourself but for others. Visualize success. Visualize healing. Visualize love, abundance, joy. And then persist in that vision until the world around you reflects it back. Final words: start imagining today. You don't need special tools, education, or external validation to begin using this power. All you need is clarity of desire, faith in your imagination, and the willingness to persist even when your senses deny the possibility. So today, right now, ask yourself, what do I really want? Picture it vividly. Feel it deeply. Believe in it boldly. Then walk as if it were already true. Your assumption is the seed. Your imagination is the soil. Your persistence is the water. Reality is the harvest. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with someone who needs to be reminded of their power to create. And remember, you are always imagining. The question is, are you imagining wisely?